Never before have I had to speedrun making a video like this. Why, you might ask? Well, there's already a confirmed change for what I'm going to be talking about, so I kind of need to get it out quickly. And with that, I welcome you all to an Irish review of Jinx. Even if you're not an avid League player, we all saw Arcane, we all know who Powder is, we all know who Jinx is, so there's no need to gloss over anything about her at all. So with that, I would like to jump straight into her abilities, and we're going to start off with her Q, Switcheroo. Jinx is basically the original Felios, having two different types of auto attacks. Her minigun, Pow Pow, is what you would expect from a minigun. It gives her ramping attack speed up to 3 times, and it also just shoots quicker. There's not much else to really say about that. But then if we move over to a rocket launcher, Fishbones, that's where stuff starts to get a little bit spicy. Fishbones cost 20 mana per auto attack, but in exchange for that, you gain bonus range, AoE damage on your auto attacks, and you also lose 10% of your attack speed in exchange for doing a lot more damage on those autos. So, pros and cons, but overall, once you're late game, this is going to be the only thing that you're going to be fucking using. Like, the one time you're going to swap over to the minigun is if there's like a single enemy in front of you, because that's pretty much it. The rest of the time, if you just want big AoE damage, you're going to be killing everyone. It's genuinely going to look like the end of Season 1 of Arcane. Her W, Zap, it's what it says on the tin, isn't it? She shoots out a straight line skill shot that slows the first enemy it hits, or zaps them really. It reveals them for a few seconds and slows them for up to 80% at max rank. And I don't really have much else to say about it. Like, it is a good ability, it's nice to have some skill shots in on a champion. It's fucking annoying when someone goes lethality in ARAM with it, because if you do that, you're just a bitch. Flame Chompers is the good old get the fuck off me tool that any self-respecting ADC needs. In Jinx's case, she throws out 3 Flame Chompers, which root the first enemy hit, interrupting all dashes or airbornes, knockups, anything. It will stop them and they'll be rooted for 1.5 seconds. They also explode for a bit of damage, but this damage does scale with AP. I'm just telling you that so that I don't see anyone building Rabadons on her. I will kill you if I see you doing that, okay? A thing you'll notice with Jinx is that a lot of her abilities are exactly what you would expect. Her ultimate, Super Mega Death Rocket, is a Super Mega Death Rocket. It's a global ultimate, so you know what that means. We're sending this thing top to see if we can catch Darius off guard, but along with that, it also scales with missing health and distance traveled. So you really want to be playing it like you're pretty much playing Nidalee if she had explosives. The damage scales up to a certain amount depending on how low your health is. It does have maximum and minimums, especially against jungle monsters, because for a brief period during a Jinx meta, we had Jinx stealing every fucking Baron in the world, outsmiting all junglers with like 1500 damage on her ultimate, and that would just be on the AoE damage. It wouldn't even be like the actual maximum damage that the dragon could take. I still have nightmares of that meta. That was, as a jungler, that was terrible. But now, let's talk passives. So, get excited. Jinx's passive gives her 175% decaying move speed after she gets a takedown on either a champion, a turret, an inhib, or an epic monster. Just recently, in patch 13.20, Jinx also gets 25% bonus attack speed. Now, along with this, Get Excited also let Jinx remove the attack speed cap, so things can get crazier from here. This 25% bonus attack speed can stack. And now, if you'll all excuse me for a moment, we've got some min-maxing to do, but I cannot memorize all this math in one thing, so I need to pull out my laptop for this. So, if you'll indulge me now that I have it, we've got some min-maxing to do. Starting us off, she naturally gets 17% bonus attack speed from levels. Next up, her minigun on Q gives stacking attack speed up to a max of 130%. Now, if we move over to runes, the most common rune set on Jinx is Lethal Tempo, giving 48% bonus attack speed, along with attack speed in the runes giving 10%, with her most common item build being Kraken Slayer, Infinity Edge, and Runan's Hurricane, along with Berserker Greaves for boots, and then the 2 last items, but typically they shift around, but they're usually always raw AD. This in total gives Jinx about 105% bonus attack speed, but we're here to min-max. So we're shifting a few things around. First, we're adding Legend Alacrity to our runes, giving us an extra 18% attack speed. Moving to items, for the max attack speed possible, we need Gwynsu's Rageblade, Berserker Greaves, Nashor's Tooth, Phantom Dancer, Wit's End, and Runan's Hurricane, which gives us a grand total of 287% bonus attack speed. Now, I'm sure you'll remember that her passive stacks, but I never gave you a specific number. Jinx passive can stack up to 100 times for 2,500% bonus attack speed. which means that in total, Jinx can have 3000% bonus attack speed. Which means, so long as I did my maths right, Jinx can shoot out 1,875.625 attacks per second. Now, if someone who is actually good at maths can redo this formula for me, along with all the extra maths that I had to throw in with it, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm horrendous at this. But along with that, if you can prove that she actually does more than this, I would greatly appreciate it. But this is what I got after doing my little bit of maths and my bit of research off the League Wiki. I'll leave the link in the description if anyone wants to go have a look at it for themselves. But this is what I have at the moment, so you know what, it's funny, so we'll stick with it. Now, it has already been confirmed that there is a change going live, making it so that Jinx can have a max of 5 stacks instead of 100. But the fact it ever went to 100 to begin with is just so funny to me. Like, Riot thought this was okay. Like, you gotta love this company sometimes. Jinx is a champion who perfectly matches her identity. While in-game you don't really get to see what Arcane was able to show us about Jinx, or technically Powder, but anyway. You do get to see the absolute mental insanity of a girl who is about 2 steps away from becoming a war criminal. She probably actually is already a war criminal, but sure, look. Well, once again, thank you all for watching. That's another video done. I genuinely had to sprint to get this thing out on time. I was spamming so much Jinx on Sunday, I nearly lost my mind, but that one Rakan I had kind of saved my mental, I won't lie. But anyway, once again, I am still enjoying making these. It's nice to see all the support that I am getting for it. It really, genuinely, it does make me want to continue on with making these. So if you are watching to here, once again, I do thank you. And while I usually don't like to say this at the end of videos, please follow my socials like my Twitter and my TikTok. I'll be posting stuff there occasionally. Although realistically, if you're here for content, YouTube is where you're going to find the most. Along with that, I am thinking of starting to stream on Twitch again, so I can start using the footage that I have on those Twitch streams in these videos instead. It'll just make things a little bit easier instead of me having to go ahead and jump into whatever fucking game that I'm playing at the moment and be using that. But with all that out of the way, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you next time, lads.